And now, live from the studios of Freedom's Phoenix, Ernest Hancock.
Hey Jude, don't be afraid. You were made to go out and get her. The minute you let her under your skin, then you begin to make it better.
Yeah, don't be afraid, Jude. We're doing our best. You know, the one thing I wanted to make sure you guys saw this graphic here. X Prize Foundation, $10 million for tricorder diagnosed patients. And there's Mr. Spock. Oh, we were very inspired by this stuff. Who are the guys that are doing this stuff now? Well, a lot of times it's, my generation funding it, but we got some young guys out there doing some goodies. They have, right now, you can do different applications for your Droid and iPhones and so on, and then additional diagnostic tools that plug into it for diabetics. You know, here you have, there we go. We have diabetics that are able to check their blood sugar. There are people that are able to check other, for pathogens, for all kinds of stuff, that all they need is some kind of a signal that will go to a displayed device that has the ability to recognize or look in catalog and boom, done. Done. That's what these smartphones are, man. They're just a freaking computer that took up rooms 40 years ago when I was a kid, and they're launching rockets to the moon and so on, and now you hold them in your hand. Heck, you hold them on the tip of your finger. So I'm going, all right. It's just a matter of time. It's almost like, I always call it alien technology. I remember when they first came out with LED flashlights, and you had a small flashlight that would light up an entire, your neighbors across the street, their entire front of their house, you go, whoa. I'm going, man, alien technology. I mean, what else you call my kids? They go, oh, Dad, I'm going, hey, man, I went decades without this. All of a sudden, they got this little bitty light or a bunch of lights with a AA battery, and it's lighting up the entire even light across the entire front yard of your neighbor. And I'm going, I don't know what else you call it. I don't know. Technology. Alien technology. Yeah, whatever. Some Mexican invented it. So anyway, so what we're going to do is look at some of the stuff today that I find of interest. Now, let me go ahead and go through a couple of these things. On Freedom's Phoenix right now, they have this. Google targets Microsoft with launch of Chromebook laptop. In fact, just over the last couple of weeks, man, we've been talking about this. I'm going, let me tell you what I do not like when I have a little Verizon got it mini computer. It's not really a netbook. It still runs Windows 7, but it's about as small as you can get in a laptop and not be a netbook. I like it. It has at least 1 gig of RAM in it, so it does pretty good. You're not going to be rendering a bunch of video, but it does pretty good. So I'm going, all right. And it has a cell thing in it, so I can access anywhere. I travel on the valley with it, and on my trips and everything. It's better than, I keep getting smaller and smaller in the stuff I got to lug around. So I'm going, okay, cool. But it's still Microsoft. It takes 10 minutes to boot the damn thing up. You think I'm kidding? I go in and I turn it on. It goes like this. Don and I get in the car. I open that up. Okay, let's go. I turn it on. It's got to boot up. It goes through its thing. And then I got to turn on the Verizon Get Online app that's got to search for what it gets that. I load that up. I get to the side. Freaking, we're there. Wherever the heck we're going, I was already there. And I'm going, this is, man, seriously? Can we do something? Then you have the Zoom from Motorola that we got to do the magazine. We're doing testing with that and the iPad too. So I get the Zoom, turn it on, boom, up, right there, boom, on. My browser on, go to the page on, go to another app on. I'm like, yeah, baby, that's what I'm talking about. So what happens when they start making laptops that have Android or something similar as their operating system? You cut through all of this. You got to load this program. You got to go through load this Adobe on the Windows. This thing, it's been a day's thing. We're over midnight last night, 10:30 or so. We went to the movies, me, Greg, and Pal last night. We started to download on the computer that we're using for the graphic artist guy doing. We have Sierra's computer and the graphic artist guy, Jeff, is doing it. We download the computer, and it took hours for it to go through all its crap and everything, and still we got little problems that we got to deal with. I'm just going, seriously, Google Chrome is coming out, but there's a side effect. If they do all of their cloud computing, all of the software and hardware really is in the cloud, wherever the heck that is. So it's bits and pieces that just kind of out there in Netherland somewhere, and it consolidates to be able to be used on your interface, which is your laptop. But it's fast, and it works, and it's only going to get better. And micro sucks, you can just, do them, buy. Is that the future? Probably, for a lot of people. What's secure about it? Now, will Freedom's Phoenix all of a sudden go to the cloud? Heck no. We're always going to consolidate and back up and gotten every single thing for 6 years we've done on Freedom's Phoenix I can put on one thumb drive. All the videos, all the graphics, everything, I'll bet is less than 20 gig. Last time I checked, it was like 14 a year ago or something. I doubt it's gone a whole lot more since then. So 20 gig, can I get a 20 gig flash drive? Yes. Here's Freedom's Phoenix right here. Hello. So what am I going to do? How am I going to make use of that? Well, of course, I want to have, files like the magazine. Here's the magazine. You go to the cloud, you download it, or you go to our servers, you download, you put it on your tablet, done. Now, of course, the iPad, they want you to go through iTunes, which has to go through the Adobe app and the viewer this and that, blah, 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 blah. We're working with that and getting around and doing, okay, we'll take care of it. And when we get it all set up, we'll start putting it together, and so that's what we're working on now. But I'm telling you, I can see the future. The future is I want to do something on some interface that has a screen, a keyboard, whatever it is, read my thoughts, I don't care. I want to do whatever I want to do. I want to do it fast. I want to do it now, and I don't want all these viruses, all the software that's being a pain in my butt. Done. So let's go to something else that's fun. On here, it's called Tinkercad. Tinkercad.com. Tinkercad. All right, here you go. Tinkercad.com. What does it do? Design is fun. Have your first 3D project ready for printing in minutes. Tinkercad is a new and faster way of creating designs for your 3D printer. 3D printer. With the help of the latest web technology, you can now use a solid modeling CAD directly in your browser. The user interface is designed to get things done fast and to be quick to learn. With only 3 basic tools, you can create a wide range of useful things. Once your project is ready, simply download the STL file, which is this 3D file thing, they print it, and start your 3D print. Sign up for a free account now. Okay. I remember when Google had an app that you could download, and you can play 3D and build little cities and stuff on there. They had contests. This was a couple years ago. And you'd have contests, building all kinds of cool stuff. Well, Google bought them. And they buy everybody with anything cool. So they got that. Now they got Tinkercad. Now, is this part, well, if Google doesn't have them, they soon will. What happens when you got the 7-year-old that's sitting there in front of his web access cloud computer thing, coming up with whatever freaking in there, as we used to sketch in class on our folders and the cover of some binder or whatever, little cars and stuff. Heck no. No, they're doing it online, going straight. And what did we have? We just showed the last couple of days, little folding paper, ink paper, bendable page computers. They got in their pocket or a smartphone, and they're doing 3D cars of this, and they're sending it, boom, and it's getting printed on their 3D printer at home. And when they get home, they got a car to play with. Oh, imagination, it's coming. What do you call that? A replicator. We already got replicators. Now we're just waiting on warp drive. Woo, here we go.